want to learn how to brat ethically? Maybe you're a part of the community but have no idea what a brat is. Or you might be a newbie kinkster and need some 101 tips. Then register at Brat University, your prime podcast for brat and kink education. Hurry, classes start soon.
Break a heart like an eggshell, cardiac arrest or heart attack. Throw a tantrum, baby doll me up cause I'm a brat. I'm a handful, demi devil pyromaniac. Bitch I am one, throw a tantrum.
Welcome to Brat University. I'm Brat-tastic, your brat coach.
And I'm Tatiana, the Chaos Brat.
And we have a new professor joining us this week. Go ahead and introduce yourself, lady.
Hi, my name is Havoc Rain.
Awesome. Yay!
So
More
excited.
brats, more love. It's gonna be great. Okay, so we have to put you through the same gauntlet that we went through. Just a intro so everybody who's listening gets to know who you are a little bit. So we're gonna start with, how many years have you been in the lifestyle?
I've been in the lifestyle for almost 9 years now. Just kind of learning along the way, you know.
I'm right behind you. I'm coming up on 8.
I don't even know because it hasn't been consecutive. But what made you get into it? Like, what piqued your interest?
So my roommate at the time, he was in a DDLG with his girlfriend. And seeing their dynamic kind of made me think, well, I'm kind of missing out on something really rad in my life, because he was just that guy. He was telling her what to do, when to do it, and I was like, I kind of need that amount of organization in my life.
Relatable.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's nice. So by watching their dynamic, I kind of flowed with them, if that makes sense. They weren't poly, but my roommate cared about me a lot, so he kind of took me under his wing and showed me the ropes.
That's awesome. So you kind of had a mentor.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that. I will be honest, I've never had a mentor. I've, gone to classes and learned that way, but I've never had like someone take me under their wing. So I've always kind of wondered how that would work. Right now I'm getting into doming and I'm trying to find like a female dom to help me with that. But also since I am genderqueer, like some of the stuff that's typical for femdoms, I'm just like, it's not a super big thing for me. So I'm trying to balance, but any hoodles. So now that we know how long you've been in the lifestyle total, have you always been a brat your entire time in the lifestyle?
100%. I have a very alpha personality outside of dynamics, and so just applying that to my dynamics kind of makes it a little more spicy.
I always just say it is part of my personality. It's just amplified in dynamic.
Absolutely.
Same. I'm a very sassy, sarcastic person. And it comes out a lot, which is why I said earlier that even though my dom doesn't let me brat against rules, I'm allowed to be sassy simply because that's my personality. And if I had to stop being sassy, it would me stop being me.
Yeah.
And so he was like, okay. And then those moments, if I push it too far, he'll just let me know. But most of the time, it's okay.
And when you have a strong dynamic, it gets much easier to read each other and know the boundaries. Which has helped me a lot in the past year or so.
I will say the only time he really doesn't like me doing it is if I'm bratting against something that's for like my health. Like he'll be like, go and get something to eat. And I'm like, I don't want to eat. And he's like, I'm not asking. Like, you need to go. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go do the thing now. Like, he hates if he's telling me to do something for my own benefit. And I try to be like, no, I'm not going to.
See, and that gets me sometimes, because I'm very, very pro taking care of your body, because I went through some very traumatic health problems. And so I'm very health conscious when it comes to making sure I eat and making sure I'm getting my water intake. And so some people are like, are you really a brat if you like water? And I'm like,
I get that all the time. Because I fell and got a traumatic brain injury from fracturing my skull because I passed out because I was dehydrated. So I'm always hydrated now. And I get people saying all the time, you can't be a real brat, you like water too much. I'm like, what?
So if anyone brings this outside of the podcast, I will totally deny it. But because of my factory job, I have to drink a fuck ton of water. I might substitute it with like vitamin water or like Gatorade because I like flavor, or I might put something in my water. I simply like if water tasted like Kool-Aid, I would be drinking all of the water ever in life. Water just tastes like nothing to me, so I don't like drinking it.
I have a secret hydration thing that I found at the health store, and it tastes like watermelon Jolly Ranchers, but it doubles your intake of hydration. Your body's ability.
I got some of those from Costco. They were like giving
the liquid
samples
IVs.
of them. Yeah, they were doing samples of them, and I was like, oh god, these are actually pretty good. And they're like, yeah, this one increases your hydration. I was like, bet. I get tasty ass water, and I'm like, you can't even get mad at me because I'm doubling my hydration. Get out of here.
Yep. Yeah, but then like one thing that super like resonated with me was like a past dynamic that I had. He was like, how do you expect for you to have enough stamina if you're not hydrated? And I was like, you're right. Like, I want to be able to go as long as I physically can, and if I'm not hydrated, I can't do that. So that's more incentive for me to make sure that like my body is ready for whatever. Like, if I gotta go run in the woods, if we're doing primal scene, I gotta be ready at a moment's notice. Like, I gotta be hydrated.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna put a personal story out there. There was a time, and it's why I started drinking more water. We were gonna do stuff, and I just was not wet enough, and it made me feel so unsexy. It shouldn't, but it did. But I ended up hurting him from the friction. And
you can hurt yourself really badly too.
And I, and the only reason he went in is more TMI, and I swear, stop me if like I'm making you uncomfortable. But
it takes a lot to make me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
My lips are really thick, so it like you'd have to get me pretty fucking worked up for it to just be all wet everywhere.
Yeah.
You kind of have to go in and pull it out because it doesn't come to the outside.
Just kind of
get
Freddy
a
Krueger
syringe
it
and get it out.
Pull all that out.
Well, like that's half the time what he does. He'll like put fingers in and then come out and like rub around the outside if like he's playing with me or anything. So most of the time when sometimes if we just go in for sex, I'm already wet. He's just got to kind of like ease it in. So that's what he thought, and he got it in and went to go pull back out, and he was just like, nope. And the dumb thing was, I'm like, I'm hopping to go, I'm in the mood, but I wasn't hydrated enough. So I'm like, you got to put water in so you get water out.
Yeah.
So anyone listening, and if you're a brat that's like, I'm not gonna drink my water, I don't think you want to hurt your partner's dick, or if you're yourself.
Yeah.
If like you're the sub in the situation, if you're a male sub, that's okay. You don't want to you don't want to hurt yourself either. So you got to make sure your stuff's all good, because hydration's all helps your skin and stuff too. So.
Well, not to mention it's just it's just nice. If you're drinking coffee all the time, you get those coffee peas in the morning, and you're like, oh.
And then when I drink too much caffeine with not enough food, I feel like I'm gonna pass out or get sick. So
yeah.
I drink a Monster in the morning because I have to work at 4 a.m. and it doesn't matter how much sleep I get. Getting up at 4 a.m. is never easy. So I need a kickstart, and then so every time I go to the gas station, it's a thing of, either regular water or vitamin water. It's one of the two. And then a Monster. And I'll drink my Monster first. And the rest of the day, I'm drinking water. I'm like, you know what? This is not bad. I'm giving myself a kickstart. Everything in moderation. I can have a Monster, one Monster a day. And then the rest of the day, I'm usually drinking water or juice. I'm not a huge pop drinker. So I'm like...
Same.
I'm like, that's fine. One Monster in the morning will not destroy me.
Everything in moderation. Everything.
Plus, with the meds I take, I have to drink water.
Yeah.
Also have to eat
Same.
breakfast, so it's never like I didn't eat breakfast. I have to eat breakfast so I can take my meds. So my dom was like, "Ha, I got you. You have to eat breakfast." Because he's like, if you don't take your meds, then we have a serious problem. I'm like, damn it. And there was one day I took my meds and didn't eat breakfast, and that was not a happy time.
Right, that's one of those you played yourself kind of moments when you do that.
My stomach
And
hurt.
then you have to go back and be like, oh, you were right. It's so annoying.
Yeah, we hate that.
The dumb thing was, I didn't even like not eat breakfast on purpose. I was just in a rush, and my brain was like, God, if you don't have food, you'll be fine. But if you don't have your meds, you're gonna hate your life. So take your meds. And I didn't eat breakfast, and I was like, fuck, I really have to start making time for breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next and final question.
Yeah,
ahead,
circling
Tiana.
back around finally. So, Havoc, why do you identify as a brat? I guess we kind of touched on this a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like the alpha personality definitely, but like my favorite animal is a cat. And I am very much like a cat. Like I love my pets and I love, all of the things that come along with being a cat, but a lot of the time you pet me the wrong way, I'm going to bite you.
Brats are cats.
I'm going to scratch you like So, I can be soft and fluffy, but I can also be sharp and pointy. And I love that.
See, I tell people that, but that's why I tell people I'm a panda bear. Because you look at a panda bear and you're like, oh, it's so cute and fluffy. I want to go hug it. Especially baby pandas. Like,
yeah.
And you just want to go hug them. But I'm like, you're not going to go over there and punch a panda bear in the face.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it will hurt you. You're not going to go mess with it. Actually, pandas are assholes in general, like adult pandas.
Yeah. Pandas are mean.
I didn't know that until I watched a documentary. Did you know that like the female panda, they sometimes have to bring in different males because she's that picky?
Good for
I
her.
heard. I was watching part of this like documentary thing, and I guess part of the reason pandas are going extinct is because they're a little bit too lazy to keep fucking.
Oh my god!
In Japan, they made panda porn. To try to encourage pandas to fuck more. It didn't work.
No.
Like, maybe if they watch this
Pornhub had a whole thing, and I'm not going to tell you how I know about this, but Pornhub had a whole thing where if you made a video with like you in like a panda outfit or incorporated panda somehow, like they would donate money to help the pandas. and I watched some of them just out of sheer fucking curiosity. One, lots of furry porn, just saying, lots and lots of furry porn. And then like one was literally just a dude and he had a panda mask and he was just sitting there jerking it. Oh I'm like, God. Good for you. You're helping pandas.
appreciate what you're doing. You're doing the Lord's work.
So it was just, I mean, I'm happy that they were donating money, but some of the videos that came out of that were just fucking top notch, man. Fucking top notch. Well, I am so happy that you have joined us. It's going to be an amazing, awesome, wild ride.
I'm very excited to be here. Very excited.
Yes. So that is where our class ends today. But be sure to join us in a couple of weeks and we will have our next episode up. But in the meantime, I'm Brat-tastic.
I'm Tatiana the Chaos Brat.
And I'm Havoc Rain.
We'll see you next time.
Adios.
Bye.
On your nightstand. Never forget I blossom in